Talia and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I would love to have you here, so please click that subscribe button down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a what's on my phone video, which is something I've never done on my channel before, but I actually saw a couple of my YouTube friends, Ellie, Victoria and Mia or Maya, I'm not sure how you pronounce their name. They both did that video and I really enjoyed watching them, and I thought it'd be quite interesting to do it myself. So I'll leave their video links down below because their videos are amazing and that's where I got the idea from. If you didn't know, I have the iPhone 11. I have the purple one because it's just so pretty, and this is what my phone looks like. If you'd like to see an unboxing video, I actually did one of them on my channel a couple of months ago, I think it is now. So yeah, if you want to watch that, you can watch that before this video. I'll leave it in the eye if you want to click on that. But yeah, I'm just going to go through my phone, show you what apps I use and the setup of my phone and all that sort of stuff. I'm not the most organised person, but yeah, I'm going to go through it all with you anyway. So yeah, if you want to see what is on my phone, then please keep on watching. So I've just moved you over slightly just so that I can put the screen recording of my phone next to me so you can see that as I'm going through it. Right, let's go. So as you open my phone, I have this little background which is actually a picture from Pinterest, and I think it's of LA if I'm right. But yeah, I just really like it with the palm trees and everything. I just think it looks really pretty. So that is my lock screen, and I only have these 2 pages on my phone just because I like everything to be quite minimalistic and easy to see. So I'd rather have things in folders and only on 2 pages than like 3 pages of everything like open and down, if you know what I mean. So the first page is very much like that. It has all of the apps that kind of just come with the phone anyway, so I don't tend to use all of them, but the main ones that I use all the time are on there. So calendar, photos, weather, clock, maps, and I also have my email, my main email on this page as well, just because it's easy to find and it's just there, and as soon as I open my phone I can just click on it. And then I also have Safari on there too because that's something that I go to all the time. And then along the bottom we have the normal phone app where you just call people and things like that. Then we have messages, text messages. I don't tend to text people anymore. I don't know whether that's like a normal thing, but I don't seem to text people, and I think that's just because I use like Facebook Messenger and things now. But yeah, I have text messages there anyway. And then I have camera because I always use my camera, and then I have this little folder with all of my main social media apps. So I like having this on my main page just because, like I said, when I unlock my phone it's just there and it's easier to see. So in this folder I just have all of my social media, so I just have 2 pages of social media. So top left we have FaceTime, then Facebook, and then Messenger. So I probably use Messenger the most out of them. Don't really use Facebook anymore, to be quite honest, but I just have like all of my family on there, so I still like to go on now and again. But yeah, basically just use Messenger out of them. Then I have Snapchat, which I don't really use as much anymore. I feel like I used that more when I was like 14, 15, but I really don't use that anymore. Then YouTube, obviously I use that all of the time. That's probably one of my favourite apps, as well as Instagram. I'm always on Instagram, absolutely love Instagram. And then we have Spotify because I absolutely love music. I'm always listening to music like in the shower or if I'm getting ready. I always have music on, so that's in that folder because I like to reach for it the most. I also have 21 buttons, and if you want to follow me I'll show you what my 21 buttons looks like. But I don't really upload many pictures on there, but the pictures that I do have on there I try to keep kind of different to my Instagram feed just so that it's like changes it up a little bit. But yeah, I don't really post as much on there and I definitely should post more. But that is my 21 buttons if you want to follow me. I think it's just Talia Derbyshire or Talia Rose D, I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah, you can follow that if you'd like. And then I have Twitter. Don't really use Twitter either. I don't like going on it as much because I feel like it's kind of a negative place and I don't enjoy going on it all the time, but I do like to have a little scroll now and again when I'm bored. But again, that's not really an app that I use all of the time, so yeah, that's there, but I don't really use it as much. And then we go on to the second page and I have TikTok on there. Now the reason I have TikTok on a second page is because I would be on it 24/7 if it wasn't on a different page. Like, because I can't see it as soon as I go on my phone, it means I don't necessarily click on it as much, whereas if it was like with all the other apps, I would be on it constantly. So that's why it's there and it's separate to everything else, because I would literally be on it all of the time. So yeah, I just have TikTok in there as well. And then I have WhatsApp and Telegram, and I don't really use them apps. The only reason I have them is because I have a couple of YouTube group chats in them. Speaking of the devil. Yeah, and I like to interact with a lot of YouTubers on them, so that's why I have them apps there. And yeah, that's all that I have in the social media sort of folder. Okay, so going on to the second page. So I have just folders in this one because, like I said, I like it to be quite neat and tidy and tucked away, so it's easier for me to see. So we'll go in the first folder. This is just literally things that come with the iPhone. Like, I don't think I've ever used any of these, so it's like voice memos, compass, measure, calculator, all of them sort of things, but I don't really use them because I don't really know what they are, to be fair. And then I have this folder called social, but I don't really know why it's called social because it hasn't got anything in it that's social. But I have my bank on there, like online banking, and then I have two of my other emails. So I think I have a YouTube one and then I have an iCloud one or something like that. But I don't really use them as much as my normal email. That they're just kind of there. And then I have Pinterest. I absolutely love Pinterest. I always use Pinterest for my Instagram, getting inspiration, and I use some of the pictures on there as well on my feed, so really love Pinterest for that. I also have Couch to 5k still on my phone. Now, if you've followed me since like the beginning of lockdown, I did Couch to 5k at the start of it. I never completed it. Actually, we'll go on the app and see where I got up to, because I started it, oh yeah, we got on to week 4, so I didn't do that well. But yeah, I did Couch to 5k, and if you didn't know, Couch to 5k is like it's an app that basically you go from like being a completely non-experienced runner to being able to run 5k in like 9 weeks, which is incredible. It's crazy, and I did notice a difference with my fitness, but my knees started really playing up when I was on week 4. Like, honestly, like walking up and down the stairs, I was in excruciating pain, and I don't really know what that was down to, but yeah, it wasn't fun. So I stopped running and I started doing like home workouts during lockdown. But yeah, that would be fun to do it again, maybe if I tried it again with some like knee supports or something. But yeah, so that is Couch to 5k. Maybe I've kept it on there just because I think I'm going to do it again, but probably not. Then we have my Pharmacy to You app. That is for like all my prescriptions and stuff, like prescriptions, whatever they're called. I have all of them on there, and that was actually really helpful during like coronavirus and lockdown and everything, because it meant I didn't have to go into my doctor's to pick up my prescriptions. So yeah, it meant that I could just order it off this app, which was really helpful. So that is a really good app. Then I have Digital Identity, which is an app where you kind of prove your identity through your phone rather than like meeting up with someone in person. So I use that for something, I can't remember what I use that for. And then I also have Keynote, which is what I used to do my intro on. But I still have that just in case I want to change up my intro, but that is an app that I use for my old intro. Now on to the more exciting ones. So I have an Instagram folder and a YouTube folder. So we'll go on to the Instagram folder first. So these are all the kind of apps that I use to edit my Instagram pictures or sort them out, lay them out how I want them. So I have Lightroom. Lightroom is an app that I mainly use to edit my pictures. So this is like just a random picture that I took whilst I was in Cornwall. And I have all of my presets here. So I normally use the light and airy app preset, and then I just play around with the like effects and stuff, so like dehaze and whatever. But yeah, that's what I use to edit my pictures on my Instagram. So if that's of any interest to you. I literally just found these presets through YouTube, so I just looked up like how to make a preset on Lightroom and then all of these came up. So yeah, I just made them through that, but it is really fun. I really do like how you can play around with it and it's completely like versatile. Yeah, anyway, that's the app that I use to edit my pictures. Then I have this app called Preview, which is a really great app if you're into like Instagram and things. So basically you can upload all of your pictures that you want to put on Instagram and you can move them around as if it is like your Instagram feed, like your squares, and you can just move them around to see what looks better and what looks nice. So I don't like having too many phone selfies together because I just think it looks a bit silly if there's like 6 pictures, for example, that are all like phone selfies. So you can play around, see what looks nice, and that is basically what my feed looks like right now. So yeah, it's really easy to play around with and I think it's the best way to sort of plan out your feed to make it look nice. So that is what I use for that. I also have Visco. This is something that I used to use definitely when I started doing like Instagram pictures seriously. But yeah, you basically just have a load of filters on here that you can play around with, and yeah, I don't really use it anymore. I used to use it definitely more when I started, like I said, but yeah, you can play around with it. It is really a really good app, but I would probably use it more if I didn't use Lightroom, but I don't really know how to use that properly. So, and then I have Photo Retouch. This is actually a really cool app because you can, so if I go on a picture and I want to take something away, so if I go and clone stamp, so say if I want to get rid of this car, I can basically cover it up with this. I mean, it's not perfect, but I could cover up this car with this little stamp thing and it just gets rid of it. So it is really good for pictures when, say, there's like a wire in the background, or like there's been some pictures where you can see like my nipples, and I've covered it up through this app and it's really helpful. It doesn't look the best, but it does work and it does do the job. But yeah, I think it's really handy and it's a great app to have. So yep, I absolutely love that. I also have Hugie, which I haven't used in ages. Wait. Yeah, so you just take a picture and then it comes out like this. So it kind of edits your picture for you. But I haven't used that in like over a year, so I don't really use that anymore. Then I have this app called Followers, and you can see who unfollows you, which is quite handy really. I'm not going to click on it and expose anyone, but if people have like just unfollowed you, you can unfollow them because you can see that they've unfollowed you. So I like to use that because a lot of people on Instagram like to follow you to get a follower and then unfollow you after that, which I'm not about that. I like supporting each other, and yeah, it really winds me up. So I've got the app so I can track who's unfollowed me and then I can unfollow them because I'm not supporting someone who isn't supporting me. So yeah, I have the app. It's really helpful with things like that. And then I have this app called Coloro, I don't know what it's called. But I don't really use this, but this also has some presets that you can use, I think. There's a few free ones on there and then you can also buy some. But yeah, that's also a cool app if you want to edit your pictures. So that is everything in my Instagram folder. Now moving on to the final folder, which is my YouTube folder. So in here I have all things that are kind of editing, helping me with my YouTube channel. So firstly I have TubeBuddy, which is a really helpful app, especially if you're a YouTuber and you upload videos. If you're not a YouTuber and you don't know, when you upload a video you put a load of tags in that are to do with the video. So for example, if I was doing a Primark haul, I would put in Primark haul in the tags so that hopefully people would search for Primark haul and that would come up. But on this app, if you're kind of stuck for more tags, so if you're like, oh well, I've done Primark haul and I've done haul and I've done Primark on its own, I don't know what else to put, it comes up with some other great searches that you can use. So I've got huge Primark haul, new in Primark haul and try on haul. So they're ones that you can do, and then you can put try on haul in there, and then it'll give you some more. Yeah, I find it really helpful for my tags on my videos, so if you're a YouTuber, definitely get TubeBuddy. It's really helpful. I also have YouTube Studio app, because you can't get YouTube Studio on the actual YouTube app, so you have to get the separate app. But it just means you can keep a track of your subscribers, and you can also keep a track of views and all that sort of stuff. So I have that because it's really helpful with YouTube. I also have iMovie on there. That is what I use to do my intro and outro, my recent one, so I have that there. That's all still on there. I have Pixar, and this is for my thumbnails, so they have some quite cool fonts on PixArt, so I do like to use that sometimes if I want to change up the font on my thumbnail. I also use Canva. I always used to use this like all of the time, but it's also really helpful for Instagram stories. So say if you want to do like a little collage on your Instagram story, or you want to promote some people's Instagrams and things like that, I always use this and just kind of tap that, add my own pictures, and they give you sort of a template to work with, which is really handy. And yeah, it's really good for things like that. And then finally, in that little folder, I have the app Fonto, which is again another one that I use for my thumbnails. So say, let's get a picture up. What picture can I use? I don't think I've got any of my thumbnails. So say I'm just going to use this picture just as an example. Obviously it wouldn't be a thumbnail picture. And I add some text. So say if I put Primark haul, I don't know why I keep using Primark haul as an example. But they have really cool text on this app, so I absolutely love it for that. And you can do the whole curve thing on there. So if you ever see someone's thumbnail that's kind of got that sort of text and that curve, then it's probably been used on Fonto. But again, I really like that for different fonts and to change up my thumbnails now and again. So yeah, absolutely love that app. So that is everything that's on my phone, I think. Yeah, so that is everything that's on my iPhone. I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed having a little nosy into my phone. I know I'm like the nosiest person ever, and I like to see little things like that in people's life, so yeah, I thought it'd be quite interesting for you to see. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a massive thumbs up, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!